So full disclosure, I'm not actually in the business of telling people what to wear. Part of that is because most people don't like what I wear. But I do respect all the how-to style cats out there. I simply just don't want people to be carbon copies of each other. And I stand by that. So I'm Reggie Casual, and these are 7 low-key unpopular fashion tips for men mostly, but also for women, I guess. Women can follow these. I don't know. Anyway, let's get it. All right, so suggestion number 1, don't dress for women or men or whatever your sexual relationship preference is. It doesn't really, I don't know how to word it anymore. Maybe I should just say them. Don't dress for them. Who knows? I'll probably get canceled for saying that too. Or just this statement afterwards. Anyway, this tip is basically one of those that seems counterproductive. Like, why wouldn't you dress for people you are trying to attract? Well, mainly because that leads to you wearing whatever you think women like, or anyone. Because as you might have noticed, people have various different interests, lifestyles, and attitude. So if you dress for simple primal attraction, the likelihood that you'll be wearing something that's either a carbon copy of someone else is high. For example, have you ever met someone where you're like, yo, their base attraction, like, yo, man, they like a 6 or a 7, but once you get to know them, it bumps up to like a 9 or a 10. And I recognize that's a very crude way of explaining it, but you kind of get what I'm going at. And that's a problem because in that situation, you actually have to take the time to talk to that person. However, when you exude that with their style and it reflects your personality, you can alleviate some of those barriers. So instead of faking a style you're not about, try a style that makes you confident. And F individuals that try to change you even after the fact. Say you get with the person you want to get with, and they're like, I like the way you looked, but I didn't like the way that you dress. Then why are you with that person? I just don't see how that is productive. Which brings us to suggestion number 2, don't dress for your peers, all right? Don't dress for your homies, your hombres, your homegirls, any of that. This is one of those hidden gems to me because a lot of people think they are dressing for themselves, but actually they're dressing to either 1, conform to a group, or 2, impress or more likely outflex, outshine their peers. And nothing is worse than a friend who wants to be better than their other friends by the way that they present themselves and make sure that every one of their friends knows it. Dressing like everyone else just to appease the group or for the sake of normalcy can actually cause depression. Seriously, it's not a joke because it basically hides your true self, leaving you less confident about the real you. It doesn't mean to do everything different than your peers because the likelihood in the case that you have amazing friends and you have shared interests that you dress similarly is high. The point is, if you don't want to do what they do or it doesn't reflect your personality, don't do it. And good friends could care less about how you presented yourself as long as you aren't trying to passively create envy among them. Suggestion number 3, focus on lifestyle over hype. Now, this seems obvious to a lot of you, but you'd be surprised how many people out there follow their favorite celebrities and or influencers and builds wardrobes based purely on likes and clicks.
That's just being cavalier with your finances instead of collecting your free dessert.
Talk to anyone that has committed to a lifestyle within their wardrobe, and they will tell you about the ease at which they make outfits and a closet, right? How they can switch from formal to casual with fluidity and still make it work. Or how a simple shoe change or sleeve roll can turn an office outfit into an after-work special. Or the athletic individual that found a way to integrate sportswear even in their formal wear. That level of detail and savviness actually creates unique style and lessens the burden of your wallet as you'll be buying clothes that fit into the natural order of your life and not to impress people that'll never remember what you wore the very next day. And what focusing on a lifestyle does is it gives you an idea of where to go. It hones in on exactly what you want to do because you're already about that life. Just a suggestion. It doesn't always work in every situation, admittedly, but it is definitely worth trying out. Suggestion number 4, 2 styles or less. Okay, so there's a lot of contention in this. There are people who swear up and down on having multiple styles in their closet, in their wardrobe, but more often than not, when I actually check it out, they don't have multiple styles. What they have is an amalgamation of different looks that follow the same kind of rules and silhouettes that they are most comfortable with. My suggestion when I say 2 styles or less comes from the idea of creating a general uniform that has high adaptability. By focusing in on 2 styles, you actually have a ton of options because you essentially have about 7 different sub-styles or archetypes under those 2 styles. How? Allow me to explain. First, you have your formal and casual styles for each one of those styles, bringing the total to 4. Then you have the weather contingents for each style, that's about 6. And then, if you're really ambitious and you've become incredibly savvy and confident in your 2 styles, you have the crossover style, bridging the gap between the 2 different styles in a type of fusion that is uniquely you. And it gets even deeper when you consider this crossover for casual, formal, and weather contingent variations. And for those of you that work out, adding a sports version of your style becomes like a hidden 8th and 9th variant of your wardrobe. And considering weather changes in many places, the weather contingent one becomes something for warm weather, something for cold weather, something for rainy days. Point is, having one style to cover all these bases is an incredible undertaking. Having 2 gives you literally hundreds of different options and variants that could potentially interchange with each other seamlessly. Suggestion number 5, your body, not your choice. Again, worded poorly, as this just means shop your body type, but you really can't choose your body. That's just genetics, right? And one of the most important things you can do when it comes to style is to dress for your body type. Embrace your body type and dress in a way that flatters your shape. This means choosing clothes that fit properly and complement your proportions, or if you're going oversized, finding a way to make sure that it looks nice. If you're not sure what your body type is, take some time to do some research or talk to a stylist who can help you identify that body type. And once you know it, you can start to choose clothes that will flatter your shape. For example, if you have a larger midsection, opt for shirts that are slightly longer and have a looser fit. If you're on the shorter side, choose pants that are tailored or have a shorter inseam, or choose footwear with higher lift like boats, brogues, and derbies, and boots. Seriously, I live in Japan, a country of a lot of smaller people. Some are getting taller though, so don't get it twisted. Like you can come to Japan and be like, yo, I'm gonna be the tallest person. Nah, there's a lot of tall Japanese people. But you wouldn't think it because of their understanding of body type. It's not just about being skinny. There are plenty of more husky Japanese people that still kill it fashion-wise, like Shinsuke Takizawa of Neighborhood Japan. Dude is like a walking, talking mannequin. It's just a knowledge of how they want to present themselves and how they understand their body and how to make it work. Suggestion number 6, get in the gym. Go work out. To be clear, this is not about getting skinny. I don't want people to get it twisted. One thing that those with high metabolism may not realize is that not everyone can be skinny. Some people naturally have big bodies and they cannot change that. I know some super healthy people that are super big and they will knock you out, son. Just saying. What I'm talking about is being healthy, because when you're healthy and you know it, you are far more confident physically and mentally. Because being unhealthy leads to an unhealthy lifestyle, bad hygiene, and bad habits, leading to bad style and bad presentation. Working out or gymming it up at least twice a week with light days in between can help you better manage mental stress, giving you more time to focus on yourself and what makes you happy and confident. Your body and attitude thus becomes the centerpiece of your style and not your clothes. So also eat right, exfoliate, clean your ears, floss, create a routine of healthy habits that prepare you for the pressures of the day so that your clothes can just be the cherry on top of the proverbial cake, as it were. And number 7, stop listening to YouTubers and influencers. It seems kind of counterproductive for me to say that, right? I'm sitting here telling you, and I'm like halfway expecting someone to take a clean shot at your boy for saying this because it's on YouTube. But they're just in the comment section like, yeah, this dude, his outfits all suck. Why are you taking advice from this dude? Everything is trash. He don't know what he's talking about. I get it. You don't like what I have to say. You don't like me. That's fine. It's the internet. Say what you want to say. But hear me out real quick. Many content creators have amazing suggestions and helpful tips. The problem is with so many opinions and different viewpoints, it's often hard to parse out what exactly fits you. At one point, you have to stop listening and start trying. And see how I flipped that? Just try stuff. To be honest, even me, I used to hate content that was like 5 essential things that every man must have, or women hate when men wear this. I hated it because it put people into these generic, vague bubbles and perpetuated the idea of conformity, something that I talked about earlier. As if you didn't fit into these pre-organized bubbles, you didn't count. But after a while, I realized if I'm not watching that kind of content, then it's certainly not for me. Point, if the person you're seeking advice from doesn't fit into your own profile, move on. Move on, even if it's me, right? If you're less like, yo, F dude, I'm not working out or doing anything ever. I'm not gonna be healthy. I'm just gonna wear clothes that make me look cool, son. I'm not gonna work out. Do you? Just try stuff is the point. But I mostly think style is about confidence in yourself. And in order to build a good wardrobe for you, you have to be confident in you, right? In the base you, without any clothes. Without any clothes. You gotta be comfortable in that. So experiment, but most importantly, wear what you want and wear it well. And those are 7 low-key unpopular fashion tips. Not unpopular in the negative sense, but maybe unpopular in the sense that not a lot of people bring those things up, right? And we need to do a better job of bringing the nuance of style up rather than just, yo, you should wear this. Get some jeans, black, blue, light blue, get some chinos, get some slacks, right? Like it's easy to tell people what to wear, but it's harder to, give people confidence, which is kind of the point of style anyway. However, I am interested in your take. So let off some of your own tips when it comes to fashion, or you can suggest another list that we should cover. Like you guys an idea? Let me know. Maybe we'll cover that. But most importantly, keep it locked right here for all of your info on international fashion culture and business from Tokyo. It's your boy, and keep it casual. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. And I'll see you guys in a minute.